right, I guess we're ready to start. We'll go ahead and call to order the regular meeting of the Planning Commission, Monday, May 13th, 2024, 6 p.m. in the Norton Younglove Multipurpose Senior Center. Submission of public comment. If attending the meeting, public comment will be allowed by completing a speaker slip and providing it to the Commissioner Secretary at the meeting. With that, we'll go ahead and have our roll call.
Commissioner Barron.
Here.
Commissioner Brittingham.
Here.
Commissioner Key.
Here.
Vice Chair Van Heining. Here. And Chair Cundiff.
Here. And with our staff, we have our Planning Director, Kelly Lucia. We have our City Engineer, Mike Thornton, and our Commission Secretary, Yesa Benson. With that, let us stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Ready? Begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, thank you. So we don't have any public comments on any non-agenda items? Nobody emailed anything in or anything like that?
That is correct. I have none.
Okay, very good. Then we'll move on to the approval of the minutes from our last meeting, item number 1. Unless there's any corrections or changes to it.
I make a motion to approve the minutes as written.
I'll second that. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, aye, approved. Okay, on to business item number 2. And for that, I'll pass over to Kelly.
Thank you, Chair. Good evening, Commission, staff. We have no members of the public this evening, but hopefully we have folks logging on. So item number 2 is a finding of general plan conformance for the capital improvement program for fiscal year 2024-2025. As shown in the matrix within the packet, all of the proposed projects within the CIP have been found to be within conformance of the general plan. There are a number of goals, policies, and action items directly tied back to each one of these projects. That is the scope of your review this evening. I would like to just mention that not within the scope of this item this evening is going to be the financial or budgetary considerations associated with each of these projects. If you or any member of the public are interested in finding out more of the particulars of the funding and the budgetary considerations associated with the CIP, I would invite you to please attend the budget workshop, which is going to occur on May 21st, 3 p.m. in this room, followed by the proposed budget adoption, which will occur June 3rd at 6 p.m. We do have the city engineer in attendance this evening. I'm happy to answer any general plan related questions you may have regarding the CIP. With that, we are both available for any questions you may have.
Okay, thank you. Well, John, I'll go you first.
No, I really have no questions on it at this time.
No? Okay. Mike?
Yeah, me neither. It's just all good.
Very good. Mike?
Sorry, I have to echo here. I have no questions. Thank you.
Okay, Christine?
I don't really have any specific questions. I do have a question as far as like the action items and the goals, as far as timing dates. The structure of the plan is kind of vague, like ambiguous. Is there a way to, kind of get a more detailed or kind of see like more detail, like as far as, days, you know what I'm saying? A more structured, like quarter 3.
Like a construction schedule type of?
Something like kind of shows like what is the game, like the game plan of it.
Sure. Mike, did you want to answer that?
So that's difficult to do, and the reason it's difficult to do is because we don't know when we're going to have funding. So many of our projects that are on the list are on the list to get ready for construction, but aren't fully funded for construction yet. And I'm thinking of the interchanges in particular. Just a little bit of background on those. There is a laborious, that's a nice word I guess, Caltrans process that we have to go through to get those projects ready for construction, and it is pretty expensive what we spend just to get them through Caltrans and ready for construction. But then we still have to follow with finding funding for construction.
Okay, so what we're seeing here, even though it says capital improvement projects for 24-25, that's just for the fiscal year. We probably won't see the results of any of these projects until like 2-3 years down the road, once they're funded and start construction and actually come to completion.
It depends. on which project we're referring to. So the answer I gave you was related to the interchange. It will be so the Cherry Valley is the first interchange in order that we're going to start to improve. That one will start, I believe, in 2025, construction of that. It's probably going to be a 1.5 to 2 year construction period to get it completed. We're going to be building 2 new bridges while we demolish the existing bridge, and we're going to phase it and keep it open so the bridge will stay while they're building on both sides, and then they'll demolish and finish the 2 other bridges to keep the interchange operating. But for the projects that I'm just looking at, the first one listed, the library renovation project, I believe will start this year. We've moved the library to, was it a Bank of America?
Mm-hmm.
So it's moved to get out of the way so they can start the demolition. So that project will start this year.
Mike, if I can just add on, so I think when we think of these CIP projects, we're thinking of the construction because that's where you get a really tangible result. However, there are city funds that are spent well in advance of the actual construction. So some of these projects are put into the CIP for this fiscal year because there might be design costs, there might be right-of-way costs, there might be other technical reviews needed. So what we're doing is we're asking the city council, hey, we're going to have costs associated with these projects that may not be directly tied to construction, even though the construction is the piece that everyone gets real excited about.
Or not.
Or not. Fair point.
And just 2 other ones I'd like to mention is the pavement rehab project that is presented here. That will get built this year. And then the park project, the Mountain View Park project, that will also get going this year.
Like the water line from the pump to the county line, and the timetable on that?
So what we know now, and it's South Mesa's water line, we were just talking about that before the meeting. They've told us that the work will start the first week of June. It will start at the downhill end by the freeway and work its way uphill to the east. Exactly how long it takes, we do not have a schedule from South Mesa for the project, but I think they said 8 to 9 months of construction. There will be, like we did for the roundabout project, there will be stage closures, so they'll do a block, close that. When that's done, they'll do another block, and so the street will be closed in sections, not the entire length.
State county line road off the map.
It's, when we're done, it'll be perfect.
Any other questions?
That's all. No.
Okay, I don't have any questions. So with that, we can get somebody to make a motion on item number 2.
I'll make a motion for a resolution of the Planning Commission of the City of Calimesa, California, finding that the proposed fiscal year 2024-25 Capital Improvement Program, CIP, is consistent with the general plan.
Okay, all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
All right. And with that, we'll go to Commissioners' reports and comments. John, back over to you.
Okay, twice I've mentioned about the Lewis Center. I don't know if anyone's ever contacted them. And they should be following the manual on uniform traffic control devices, which is, even though that covers the state roads, they're still involved in most private property. They're using stop signs or whatever. The pavement markings are shot, there's nothing in it. I don't know how much pull anybody got with them, but anyway, it should be looked at.
We'll make contact and provide the comment. Thank you.
Okay. Mike?
I don't really have much except a question, since we do have Mike Thornton here, our traffic man. Any chance that Avenue L, on the West Avenue L on the other side of the freeway, we can get some striping on the roadway? Because it is so bad, people cannot tell which side of the road, and just me pulling out of my driveway, I've been nearly hit several times. And good thing I have multiple cameras in the truck, but they don't seem to understand that the center of the road is way over to the left from my property. And you can see that there's, the amount of school traffic that uses that road, it's terrible. It can use just some paint. I mean, we're not worried about pavement right now, but paint definitely.
We put it on the list.
Okay,
Anything else?
that's it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Mike?
As always, thank you, staff, for the reports and all. I'm good. Thank you.
Ditto.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you to staff as well, and also, thank you to whoever adjusted that clock, because it's correct, and I really appreciate that. That's really fantastic. Small things make me happy. So, I like it. That's all I have. With that, we'll go to the planning director's reports and comments.
Thank you, Chairman. I do have just one note for the general public. So the Mesa Verde project is undergoing a proposed re-entitlement. There is what's called a notice of preparation that's currently out for public review. The public review period is May 10th to June 10th. All comments should come to myself. And we will also be holding a scoping meeting. It will be online, similar to previous scoping sessions we've held for CEQA purposes. So it'll be via Zoom. That'll be May 30th at 6 p.m. I am the city's point of contact for the project, so if any folks listening or the commission has any questions regarding the project, please contact me at any time.
Okay.
Concludes my report. Thank you.
Okay. All right, with that, we'll adjourn tonight's meeting to our regular meeting of the Planning Commission on Monday, June 10th, 2024 at 6 p.m. Thank you very much.
Right.